people. We back. It's been a minute, but we back. Another run. Another
Is
one.
that
Yes, another one.
Yes, ma'am. We
It's
here.
been a couple of weeks. We've been out. It's
yeah?
been
Hiatus. A little hiatus, but we back.
yeah. And we needed it. Pause for the cause. As I stated last night, we had a death in the family, and we needed a bit of a reprieve, and make sure that we were available to support our family in
What
time.
up, Manny?
Yeah, and
Hey
so
man,
what's going on, Manny? And so that's what I got him on Insta also. What's going on, Demetrius? And so that yeah. So the Thursday night shows are earlier than the Wednesday night shows. We moved them up a couple of hours, maybe an hour, whatever the case is needed.
yeah, this one we moved this up 2 hours.
Yeah, it was needed and works out better. That way we ain't got to rush the flow, rush the movement.
Yeah.
And so shout out to our cousins, Mildred, Ralph, Marty,
Hey
John, and Ro.
Andy.
What's going on, Unc? Shout out to Uncle Randy also.
What up, Unc?
Love you too, Unc. And
Much love.
we just had to take some time to make sure we could support our family and do whatever we could do and have the space available to do it without feeling any pressure of having to be on and hanging out with y'all. But we back, family, and we happen to be back.
We're
Uh,
back.
so with that being said, question is, how's everybody been doing?
I'm good. Can't complain. Week then breezed by. It's Friday tomorrow.
Oh man, it is.
Yes, yes,
If-
TGIL.
Yeah, it's been what it is. Like this week, I got to hang out with you guys on Saturday. We were all together under one roof. It was amazing. It was
Yeah,
so. I love hanging out with y'all. We had a good old time. A time
oh,
was definitely had for
yeah,
sure. Uh, like yeah, that definitely put my week like in a good space. So I had a good week.
What you said?
yeah. I agree. It was needed. We had Marty and Ralph. We was able to pour into and kind of give a little bit of a challenge to them also to let them know what reality is different. For, for those of us who have lost a parent and even a sibling, reality looks different uh,
Mhm.
almost immediately, and trying to settle into that is rough. It's rough. So yeah, but we killed the alligator bar.
Yeah. Yes, the alligator bar
I
was
think the
definitely
alligator bar killed us because they still had stuff that we didn't even get to try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That was out there on the table. So hey, I think the alligator bar did us in versus us doing that.
the
yeah,
alligator bar. Definitely happy to host for sure.
And I didn't even get to speak to Maya. I saw Maya at the, you know what I'm saying, at the funeral. I didn't even get to speak to Maya though. I apologize for that.
What up, Trump?
oh yeah, that's you had to dip after the repass, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I dipped after the repass. You know, the Twins had a basketball game going on.
And
I
Yeah,
what
dropped
happened
out.
with that?
Yeah, I dropped out the fish that I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I play with. I ain't got to speak about that. Everybody played their part. I still
Mm-hmm.
had to play my part as a father to go see my kids do their
Game.
thing. So, and I missed out on getting to chop it up with Maya. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And
Tyson,
Gives
Tyson,
you.
come
she
here.
be in Japan. She
You going
fancy.
to
Oh,
Japan?
you picked your jersey off. Oh, he had his jersey. Oh, I was finna show them. It was crazy because today was support your favorite sports team. They won with Chiefs and Raider gear on the day. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. You know what I'm saying? Both
Ah,
Okay.
both of them both of
Okay.
them took their jerseys off though, but I was
okay.
gonna show Maya a little love, but showing
Mm.
out showing us a little love. So Appreciate that.
Hey, Crystal.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the support, Tamaya, for the family.
Yes. She
We
always
appreciate it. We appreciate it. So, but yeah, it was definitely needed. Definitely needed, and I'm glad we
came
did it. We
again.
we played Zoomy for about 5 hours.
It seemed like
We had a few practice rounds because everybody had to get it together.
correct.
Everybody had to get it. They were like, "We need to practice. We need to practice." We did a couple. We did a couple practice rounds, but everybody got it. I know our cousin Travis was killing it. Trav
Oh,
was killing
Once he
it.
got focused, and
Hey,
realized what was going on and what was happening,
yeah, they was
he got
killing it.
focused.
yeah. I got a video of Travis. I don't even know what song it's sing. So in my house I have a photo. I've got a picture frame that plays both pictures and videos, and
Mhm.
it had sound and all the other stuff. And I uploaded the videos and the pictures to it. And it's so funny because you can see Travis's silhouette. He's sitting back in the chair. I don't know what song was being sang for karaoke during this time, but he was in it. He was into it. His hand is going up. He's singing it. He leaned back. He ain't even hit the chronic. He was just singing it. I
Hey,
was like, God.
karaoke was a blast. And
Hey,
then all we had to do was turn the microphone on,
right, right.
and
Look.
it was like it was working the whole time. All you had to do was turn it on. I was
Oh,
like,
for
dang,
real?
yes, we did
Oh,
the on switch on the microphone.
oh my God! I didn't know it.
But by the time karaoke rolled around, that's where we at. That's where we were at that point. We didn't even turn the mic on. We just had it in our hands singing.
Oh
He,
my God!
he was
I
like,
thought.
babe, why y'all just didn't switch it on? And he like hit the switch, it lit up and everything. I was like, oh shit.
Oh man. Oh well, we did what we did. We came. We
It was
did what we were supposed to do with it.
it was a good time.
It
Yeah, I
was.
really should have heard my vocals then.
Okay. Well, hold on. I might be able to oblige. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me
this is the thing always.
let me go to the iPad and pull up the videos. 'Cause,
Oh no, don't do it. Oh no.
got him. I got him. I got him. Just saying.
So I gotta do karaoke a little more because like when I'm listening to it in my headphones, I know the words, I know the lyrics. Hey, chill out, gentlemen. I know the words, I know the lyrics. Song come on. Alice like, why you pick a song that you don't know?
I remember that.
I clearly knew the words, but I could not fathom them things at that moment for
What?
nothing. It was
I'm gonna
crazy. So
the alligator boy.
That's
Just say
hilarious.
blame that on the alligator boy because by the time we got karaoke started, we was definitely into the spirits.
Oh, we was on one. We was on one. Let me tell y'all something. That crown blackberry.
Blackberry. Oh yeah, I tried it for the first time.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's something different.
It was pretty good.
it will
Took a little sip.
it'll change your life. So I sent this to everybody in the text message, but I just want to make sure I reiterate it uh, on our podcast, and that's the heartfelt thank you for all the support. Mike did MC did a fabulous job. He
Yes.
took our auntie on the last ride from Little Rock, Arkansas, to St. Louis, and got everything prepared. He pretty much put the funeral together as much as he could. He was the director. He had a
Yes.
team there. He had a dress.
An
It
amazing
was
job.
yeah, great job for that, Cuzzo.
Great.
Absolutely appreciate that. Like, absolutely fantastic job. To Wanda and Ricky and Alice and Lisa and Michelle for serving and getting the food and everything together for the repast. Like super dope job.
Those potatoes, cause Lord,
Yeah, yeah,
Lord.
super. that. Uh, everything, and then the alligator bar, like creme de la.
Yes.
It was amazing. It was amazing. So, all right, I don't want to stay on this too long. I just want to thank everybody again because it was much
Thank
needed.
you for all the support.
It
Loved
was
it.
much needed. Absolutely. So with that
What up?
being said, go ahead, Wanda. What you say?
Saying up to Cecil. Oh, thanks, Polar.
Hey, there go Polar. I was wondering when you were gonna hop in.
This guy.
He left early, but that's all right. That's
Yeah,
good.
So,
yeah, we appreciate you. We appreciate the time you hop on with us, Polar. All right,
So, what
so
we talking about tonight, guys?
yes. Let's get into it. So the topic for tonight is a bit of a banger, and I read some information, a little more information about it, but I think we can spend some time here because there's a lot of things that come along with it, and I'm sure there'll be some spinoffs to it. But tonight's topic is called uh, "Get the Bag but Lose the Dad."
Mm,
Get the bag but lose the dad, and I think it. So the story. Well, actually, Dirk, this was you introduced this one. This is you. I'm gonna keep the music playing for you in the background too.
all right, let's go. Let's get into it. I'm
oh
kind of
no,
excited about this.
it was just a situation where current NBA player Anthony Edwards had relations with one Aisha Howard. I think that's her name, Aisha Howard. And upon after the relations, boom boom, she was pregnant. He gave her $100,000 and asked her not to have the baby, to have the
Mhm.
abortion. We know abortions don't cost $100,000, but
Mm,
$100,000 to have an abortion, and
mhm.
she chose to keep the baby. So now they're in court trying to fight. Both sides are trying to fight. He is trying to pay for 18 years. What
The
is it?
child.
1 point child 18 years child support, which the the state has claimed, which is $1.8 million for this child. So he's willing to pay this $1.8 million and not be involved in his child life at all. No visitations, no birthday parties, no nothing. $1.8 million to the mother, and let's speak on it.
So that's all alleged. That's all alleged because
All of it
it's
is
all
still
alleged.
moving forward and still all up in the air.
Yeah. So ladies, the questions be and it's not just ladies. So everybody, the question is, secure the bag and lose the dad, or what?
See, for me, I mean, like if I am in a situation and I get pregnant and do like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with the baby. Do what you got to do. Here's the money. Do that. Now, again, my body, my choice. And then at the same time, it's still going to be my choice if I choose not to have that baby. If I choose to have that baby, it's I have to choose to be able to raise that baby on my own because he's already made it quite clear that he does not want this child.
She's unemployed.
No, is she though?
She's unemployed. That's
What,
one of the
what?
big staples. But yeah, I mean to intervene, Wanda, but she's
You
unemployed.
good.
All right.
Um, so if I'm with some like just me in my regular regular life, and I'm do like yeah, I don't want a baby, so you do what you got to do. Here's the money for an abortion. I'm not gonna be a part of it. And if I'm choosing like I okay, but I want my baby, I gotta just be able to be ready to raise this baby without a daddy.
Hey man, hey, yeah, it is hard for me. Nah, hold on, I'll pull it up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It is hard. That's a struggle for
Hey,
me, but it ain't my turn. It's on Wanda. Pola, quit interrupting, Pola.
mm, now with it being and exactly when I say my body, my choice, it's my choice for everything after that. It's my choice to raise the baby alone. It's my choice to have the baby. It's my choice to find my baby another daddy. It's like it's gonna be all on me.
Okay. So which would you rather do then, right? And
Uh,
right, and this
honestly,
again,
if you gave me $100,000 to be like, "Rid the baby and never see me again," I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take that money. And I'm gonna probably more than likely raise that baby by myself because I myself personally would not have an abortion
Mhm.
because I feel like if I'm pregnant, it's God's will.
so
Um,
so why would you even why would that even be a conversation then? Like why would it be presented if that's the case? If there was already an understanding of, well, I wouldn't get an abortion anyway, so there's no point in you even giving me a 100K. Us just close the doors. Even if it came out to like, nah, don't give me that 100K because I'm not finna get an abortion.
I mean, if he giving it to, like I'm gonna take it. I'm taking the money.
But
My
that's
baby don't need all kind of stuff. So
and I got that. I understand that part. But if abortion was never actually going to be a thing, why take the hundred
why
K?
he offer it?
Why is he raw? Why is he offering raw dog? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like
and I'm
if he
okay with
right
If he
that.
at
don't
that
want
point,
the child,
knew he didn't want a baby. He still went in raw.
Yeah,
correct. That's
He
what.
knew what
That's what.
happened.
and
Yeah,
she did too, right? She did too. They're
I'm
both adults.
but,
They
but
yeah, they both understand the implications of having unprotected sex. So
correct.
I can't point fingers more so one way than the other. I'm just saying, like when it comes to that part, why take the 100K if the abortion is not going if the abortion was if the money was to front literally
I
the
think
actual
just for her
process.
the hell alone.
Say that again.
The money was just for her to leave him the hell alone because he didn't want to have nothing to do with none of it after they slept with each other because that's all he wanted anyway.
Correct. Have an abortion and nothing else to deal with him. Cut ties and boom.
I got it. Okay, so moving the goalposts a little forward. So according to something I read a second ago, it
Hmm.
actually says that she calls herself a CEO of a brand or whatever brand it is. She's a musical artist as well,
Okay.
and she does something else, right? So why would she then go to court and say that she's unemployed?
Because none of that stuff. Okay, that's just like me saying I'm a model and all my pictures on Instagram. None of this stuff is lucrative. It's not bringing in any for real money.
Okay, so it's
Mhm.
what you got, Dirt?
Well,
I
for
mean,
his
unless she got
Instagram,
a
but some of
OnlyFans,
them, some, everybody that claim that Instagram model don't bring in the bag, but the
that's what I'm
Instagram models
saying. Like, let's just say
yeah,
that I'm a
correct,
model
correct.
and all my photos are on Instagram. That's
Even
crazy.
like for Fashion Over, like the model that's on Fashion Over, they're actually getting a bag. It's supposed to everybody that's
Right.
saying I'm a
They
Fashion
are
Over
part of
model.
an actual brand. Fashion Nova is
Correct,
a brand.
correct, correct. So I understand what you getting at. You know what I'm saying, alluding to. So, but
But
No, not a
but then
model. I'm a dental assistant.
I would if that's the case, I would ask for forensic audit to be done because you're a CEO. You're a CEO.
correct. And so at this point, so you can't go to court and just say you're a CEO. They have your financials, they have your records, they have everything that they need. So they understand that she is not a CEO.
Right, I got that. Well, then I
So
think that needs to be part of the
We
story. That's actually
CEOs too. Technically,
sure. I
we
got
have our
that.
own business.
Yep, and I
We're not
get that
Fortune
also.
500 yet, but
And
we can call ourselves anything we want, especially in this world we live in.
that's true.
sure. But now you
We're
see,
not did 99 day. We but that's for
I can
that's
be
that's
whatever.
that's for Wednesdays.
right. Okay, so moving past the job thing and moving past, the because I think it was a lie. I think she lied. She knew she wasn't going to have
The
the operation. Yeah, I knew she knew she wasn't, but she
mm-hmm.
didn't. She also didn't refund the money. And
Mm-hmm.
so let's talk
Feel
about
like you should have
cheating.
refunded the money.
Yeah.
Why?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. First of all, let's go back a little bit. So I understand that once she understood that she was pregnant, well, I don't understand. Well, I understand, but I know it's not a full baby at that moment when she find out she's pregnant.
Okay, so that now that's is for interpretation because some people believe that as soon as conception happens, that it's a
Correct.
baby.
Understand once, and some people believe once they get that test that it's a baby. You know what I'm saying? Versus others saying
Once
that it
it's
is
a baby.
correct,
So
correct.
I mean, it's to the interpreter on that one.
Sure. I got it. But
Because
what
that's what I was getting at. That's what I was trying to figure out between the panel, the interpretation on it, what everybody think of it.
of about conception to life, and then when does life actually start?
Correct, correct, correct.
Oh, oh. Okay.
Because
Okay.
that does play a little bit into what men think. This is men mindset on
Mhm.
abortion. Okay, shit. You say you pregnant, like boom, you can go right here, right now. That's just my sperm. You know what I'm saying? That's just cor-
It's a
so you
composite.
have to. So that's what we are trying to. Because uh think of it different than women. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, some do, some men don't. I personally believe once there's a heartbeat, then it's a baby.
Once it's a heartbeat, so
That's
that's where we at.
my
That's where
personal
we at.
opinion.
Okay, okay. I'm listening now.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know exactly when I can define it because I know that. So my thought is a little bit different than everybody's. Than a lot of people's. Not everybody's, but then a lot of people's because I believe that the science has to coincide with the magic of it, and the magic of it is the blessing or the miracle of actual life, right?
Hmm.
But I don't believe just because you have a heartbeat, you're alive at that point. I think
Hmm.
just like your muscle involuntarily jumps sometimes, right? That's the same motion. That's a scientific motion or a pattern that's happening with that part. Things are developing, things are happening, and so before we come into being, um, there has to be a movement of energy that's processed through it, right? The question that people are actually asking and debate that people are actually having is conscious. When are you conscious, right? Not just so much life, but when are you conscious? And
Right.
it's a hard question to ask because if you do it on one end, you have to do it on the other end, right? Because if simply being fed having a heartbeat, having some form of brain activity, so on and so forth, is considered. I don't know. That was my niece. I'm sorry. They people forget that we do this on freaking Thursdays like it's something new. Anyway, so if we're thinking about it in that aspect on the front end, we have to take that in consideration on the back end also,
Hmm.
right? So when our loved ones are on ventilators towards the end of their lives and they're about to expire, are they alive still? Because it's a very similar situation. They're being fed through a tube. A machine is breathing for them. A machine is keeping them, quote unquote, alive at that point.
Right. So I think of it not from the conscious state, but more for the heartbeat. The heartbeat says you're alive. The heartbeat breathe without the heart, a lot of things don't function in nothing functions in the body system. You see what I'm saying? You need the heart to function. So I'm with you on like the heartbeat, but for like the conscious state, that's a hard one because you don't really know what's the conscious state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For yeah. but I believe it's more on the heartbeat. So for and then I think it's just on the human being, like you said from the jump street. Some men choose like to step away from the situation of fatherhood, and some men embrace that, whether they the father, stepfather, or whatever. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Some men just embrace it, and
Yeah.
where others veer away from it.
Give me a second. I'm here with y'all still. Just need to make sure I sent Kenzie a message, making sure she was all right. So I think the actual life acts it doesn't begin at conception. It takes more than a few weeks to me personally, right? This is my personal opinion. It takes more than just a few weeks. It takes more than just a flickering of of muscles and the heartbeat and that pattern. Now, once the baby starts moving and the brain is developed, and there's acknowledgement, like there's stimulus, there's reaction to an external force. But then, yeah, right. If the mother's not eating, then the baby's suffering. If the mother's eating, the baby's doing well, right? Well, that's when I began to take life more so into consideration at that.
Mhm.
But isn't that part of like all of it though? If they don't
Point.
do it from the jump street, if they ain't taking care of themselves from the jump street, ain't that a part? I don't know. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I just know how to inject. I don't know how to protect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why it's a tough question, and it's a tough uh it's a tough conversation because there are so many different aspects of looking at it. If you look at it from a religious aspect, well, then the Bible for Christians, the Bible says that life doesn't begin until the first breath, right?
Okay,
Mhm.
And we don't breathe inside the womb.
correct. Mm,
It is. You breathing in there.
you
It's just
breathing, it just it's oxygen. It's all on, like you say, it's on the consumption of the mother. Or like feeding and breathing. You know what I'm saying? That's all on consumption of the mother.
Yeah, you're not using your nose. You're not.
We
You're not.
don't know. We
You,
don't know. I mean, so it's like the mother could hurt. If the mother stop her nose, then that stop everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what going on inside.
in and out.
I'm just saying.
That's
Okay, but for me though, if he offering back to what we were talking about, if he offering the money, basically what he's doing is like they always say. I mean, not saying that this young lady's a hoe, but what they say is you don't pay a hoe to fuck you, you pay her to leave. That's exactly what he was doing.
Okay.
oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. This the other part. She is older.
Like how much older?
Oh shit! Goddamn, you called me, cuz I don't
I mean,
know.
it's
That's older.
statement.
But
Because you said get her, just trying to get her
she is
young.
older by years. She is older.
So
You know what I'm
she
saying?
out here trying to become a basketball wife is what she was trying to do. And he was like, "Nah, fam, this ain't what I want."
Dre Michelle got a bad she, you know what I'm saying? She got a little young stud, you know what I'm saying, in the Houston Rocket and Green, you
Little
know
He
what
bit.
I'm saying?
32 ain't old. How old is he?
She's
Oh, she
older.
32. Oh, he like 24, 25.
Damn.
Oh.
Right.
Ah, that was
That's
fun.
a baby. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
she like right. So that's right. Look at her. You know what he's lined up for.
Oh, I know some women when they get older, they be like, "Oh, I'm finna give me a
He
young
23. He 23, Cecil said.
23 and she's 30. Oh, so they ages are reversed.
I guess they thought it was. Hey, TikTok, if y'all want to hop on to the stream so you can come on the panel and give us your opinion,
Okay.
YouTube. Hit us on YouTube, the
Okay. Well,
Family Bloodline Podcast.
32. Okay. She knew what she was doing at 32.
He
32,
did too.
you got some sense at 32.
He he
You
knew
knew
what
what
he
you
was
were doing.
doing.
You got some
Hey,
sense at 32.
hey, everybody knew what they signed up for without the waivers being signed. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But at 23, all he looking at like, damn, this older woman, I finna, you know, dive in. What Trace on? He about to dive in.
Okay.
So,
Split splash.
so did she take it? Oh, this is
I
You
can't
know what I'm saying?
I can't even say that she took advantage. I can't say she took advantage because he jumped into that with the same two, like very similar as her, right?
yeah.
He
They knew,
dived in like he
Diving.
read.
yeah, they knew they was finna smash, and everybody know at the age of 23 at least you know the consequences of smashing unprotected, right?
Listen,
Oh,
that young
bro.
man.
He,
I don't
he
know.
knows, bro. Easy way past his era. So he don't know about Easy or him, but anyway, but my bad, I'm in the background, but
I'm trying to, because I mean, 23.
I
22.
so did she try to trap him? I think she might have that there might have been some nefarious intention behind her movement.
Probably a little bit cocky. She's like, "Hey, I'm 30. I'm an older woman. I'm finna put it on this young thing, and
Right.
I'm gonna have him whipped."
And she
And I'm
won.
sure his mama is the same age or a little bit older than her. It was like,
Hey,
Right.
"Oh no, son, it ain't going down like that."
Cecil, that's real talk. That's real talk. She could have made that store run for
For,
sure. She could have
for
done that.
sure.
And she chose not to. And so allegedly the
Y'all keep saying she. He knew what he was
Who should
doing
have made the
too.
store run? He knew he was pulling up. He knew he was
He
calling
definitely
something. He
should have
knew he
made
was
that story.
doing.
Should have
Come on,
made that
bro.
story
okay,
because
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We know how we move. I ain't no celebrity, so I don't know how they move. I ain't never been. I ain't never had 1.3 million. I can just drop on child support or order and just do what I need to do.
hey, and
I
I
never
feel like
did that.
if he was to do that, drop that whatever 1 point whatever mil, and she had to leave him alone. I feel like she should do that.
No, no,
Really
no.
do.
Oh, yeah, that's a lump
I
sum.
feel like she should do that.
Some people just take that lump sum, but okay. So here it is.
Paula, that is not true.
Here it is. Here it is. Right here, Wanda. Knowing who the individual is, and you got them kind of caught up. Do you really take the lump sum? It's like the lottery. Do you take the lump sum, or do you get that shit over months and live your life, live your best life?
I mean, people
impression
done,
said, hey, that's all I'm saying right there. She
she
gonna
go that
she
and
She
she
still
gonna blow that 1.8 mil, and it's not gonna be solidified on that child.
they
So she's
I mean
trying
they
to get
flip
that.
it with her CEO status and make a whole life for her and her
What
child.
up, Smooth? Man, hey, Smooth. Appreciate you coming on here. Hey, that's Smooth. First time coming on.
How
Appreciate
smooth.
you, L. Hey, I appreciate you coming on, rocking with us. This Smooth first time. Appreciate you. Every Thursday, 7 o'clock. Appreciate you.
He
Appreciate you,
said
bro.
both parties are guilty of the no store run. Absolutely.
I think everybody's past the I did an Elon Musk impression last night. I gotta do it again tonight. Nah, I ain't gonna do that shit. Fuck him. But I think everybody is past uh
About
the
who moved.
Here you go, Jig. I got one for you. I got
yeah,
one for you, Jig. You know how Russell Wilson did the rush card?
I shot her. I miss you, boo.
You
was
know how
that
he did the rush card?
yeah.
We need to do a card where the bloodline can get a piece of all the child support and all the, you know what I'm saying, what you be life. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Wait, say that one more time.
We need to present a card. We need to set it up to where like child support. So we talking about Anthony Edwards and all his child support stuff. We need to do it where like child support actually where it not just the card present where the money, that's what it is, where the money went. So every
Okay.
time the baby
Oh,
mama swipe that card,
you got it shows where the money's being
it
spent.
shows that it's beneficial for that child.
Well,
You know
they
what I'm
do it
saying?
with the FSA card, so it's definitely possible to see where the money's spent.
Ooh, We
It's
need to show her where it's beneficial for that child, and we know baby mamas need to take care of themselves.
I
but that
mean,
ain't
but if it ain't on
But
groceries,
it
then
ain't eight,
if
it
it's
ain't
not something that's
1,800 bucks.
benefiting the child, she shouldn't be using her money for it. I'm sorry.
I'm
and
If
just
that's
it's not
saying.
something that's
I'm just
benefiting that
saying.
child, like your nails and your hair does not benefit that child. The child support cannot be used for that.
You a different breed, Wanda. You a different breed. So
because I
it's just
so but
it's just conversation. Go ahead, Jig.
the question that I have is it worth it though to take to it in regular life, right? Let's say we had the opportunity, but if this was the case where dude went to court and
Mhm.
okay, DNA test came back, that's his kid.
Mhm.
The same situation, he paid 100 grand to her already to say, hey, dig, she was supposed to have this, she didn't. Um, but I'm willing to pay all of the child support up front,
Mhm.
right?
That's what you said.
However, once I pay this child support, I sign over my parental rights and I don't want nothing to do with the child. Is it
Okay.
is it worth is that worth it? Is that $1.8 million worth it? Because what are you losing?
Her,
What are you losing?
a father figure, but she can go find another daddy with $1.8 million. She can find somebody that's gonna step up and be a daddy. She can.
That ain't your daddy.
That ain't your
You can
dad.
find. I mean, I adopted my kids. I'm technically not their mom, but I raise
No,
them like they mine.
understandable, understandable, and we understand people that step in and play that bigger role. That,
Yes. And for one
but
point eight
when I
million
know it's
dollars, somebody gonna play that role like a hell. They gonna play the hell out their role. They gonna get an Oscar for their
so
role.
that's what Jig's speaking on. Like, and I think that's what we have to resonate as like with fathers. You
Right.
know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
I
As
mean,
going
just
out there
because
doing
it's not the blood father, don't mean he can't raise their kid.
No,
understandable, and I have one. I love my baby to death. That's my first.
Cecil
Shani was
stupid.
my first before Shania. Almost got choked up. You know what I'm saying? Shani was my first before I actually had my first. You know what I'm saying? I watched that little snaggletooth little girl, you know what I'm saying, grow up and be who she is today. So I understand it, but
I think
man,
the issue that I have with what
Uh-huh.
is being said is because it sounds as if the father's replaceable, but moms aren't. Right? Because
I mean, I didn't say that either, because technically I replaced the mom. Let's just be honest.
right, and I got that. I got that. But we're talking about in situations like this. The situation that situations y'all are talking about aren't necessarily normal to a situation like this. It's not apples to apples. This is
Hmm.
your situation ain't apples to apples, right? This is literally saying I'd rather not have the father in the child's life so that I can get $1.8 million, or I can get a lump sum of
He doesn't
child support.
want to be there. If he does not want to be there, why am I making some? That is just gonna make it worse. Trying to force somebody to do something they don't want to do. Have you ever seen somebody be forced to do a job that they don't want to do? It's
Mhm.
horrible. They're not gonna do it right. They're gonna suck at it.
He's got another child also, right? But just because they look at it,
I don't know
as
if he has it or not.
I was reading about it a second. He does. He's got a child, another child with his current lady. He's got another.
Oh, he cheated.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know how long ago this was. So what I
No, no, no,
also
no, no. So
uh-huh,
he out here spreading his royal oats,
it's
and just
possible.
because he don't want to deal with it, he gonna pay out.
It,
Hey, I'm
it
taking give me every nickel. Give me
it's
everything that you're trying to offer. Give it
it,
to me.
it's possible, but I think I don't. I think the chasing after finances, like if you do the $1.8 million and you multiply that by 18 years, and then you also factor in at a steady rate of at least 2 to 4% for an inflation rate, right? At a normal rate, 2 to 4%, you are losing. You are losing. That $1.8 million ain't gonna come near nowhere close to the amount of money that child would have actually gotten for the duration of 18 years.
Where The twins 8, and I swear I done spent 1.8 million already. That's the shit I'm saying. I swear I done spent 1.8 million. You know what I'm saying? And that's just on them.
Cecil said he got 2 other kids.
Okay, all right, fair enough. But
So again, this money, I don't feel like this money was for the abortion. This money was to get the hoe to leave.
Correct.
maybe
Because she knew she didn't have nothing going forward for herself. Like I said, she don't have a job.
Y'all keep
For that
saying,
CEO stuff, we can
what
be
else?
we CEOs right here. We all CEOs right here.
He had 2 babies in 1 year. Well, Fertile Myrtle he need to wrap up.
Correct. He no oozer. He master splinter. He oozing. He in the tunnels and the sewers. He just
Oh,
oozing them stuff.
Jesus, not the oozer.
That's
He
what we
had
call
so
well
obviously with 2 different women, and they stressing thank you, baby. They stressing
he
birth control on women.
he's a
So what we thought he was
That
learning from
birth control
experience, he really is learning from
had 2 babies in
experience.
1 year.
he's a loser. He's not learning. He ain't learning.
I'm just saying. No, he's caught up once again.
Yeah, it's a foolish endeavor. Is
His
what it
full life been
is.
weak.
And hopefully he's got a long life to live and a long career. And if this is how he's acting, maybe he's acting like this because somebody just took the money and he didn't have a father figure to correct the situation.
He's
Because
20 something. He got a ball till he 50.
Ryan, what's up? Oh, excuse me. What's happening, Ed?
What up, hello?
Glad you made it back safely from your cruise, cuzzo.
Oh man, tell us about the cruise.
Yeah, we missed you, man.
I'm going in September. I can't wait.
That's gonna be dope.
But
That's gonna be dope. But I don't think it's worth the payout. I don't really think.
I don't know. Was his dad in the picture?
I don't know. But
Mm.
the way he's acting, even if his dad was, there's a failure or a disconnect. Right? Because this isn't the way he's acting like he's acting like a kid that ain't never had money and
Is the
Bro.
kid 23? He's 23.
yeah, and he's acting irresponsible. So if
So
he
we see some statement.
oh no,
Me and my wife was arguing with this earlier, you know what I'm saying? Because she
Mhm.
didn't think there was no difference, but I was on the same thing that Cecil was on. I think it's a difference from his status from average Joe. Average Joe don't have the legal fight to try to, you know what I'm saying, go through and do what he doing. If
yeah,
average Joe tried to present this, like, look her, bro, I'm cool. Just going a couple of my wages, you know what I'm saying, and do it. They gonna tax the F out of us. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole different ball game.
right.
Average Joe would definitely not be able to pull this. He
Average
wouldn't.
Joe would not be able to pull this off.
Average Joe would not be able to pull this, and that's just being honest.
No, that's
Because your $60 an hour ain't gonna give me nothing that I need to do.
yeah, yeah. The amount of money is absolutely it's crazy. First off,
Literally, he was really paying her
1.8
to leave
million.
alone.
And how do you base 1.8 million off a child?
no, they got
How
the
do you base that off a child for 18 years?
that's $1 million a year.
That's college, bro.
Well, not a full million. That's 900 grand a year.
If the kid does go to college isn't cheap.
That's what I'm saying. That's college.
Oh, y'all
And
ain't got
then
kids.
I'm outside of college. What about before and after school care? What about all these adventure clubs and shit? You know what I'm saying? What about sports and
And that's what I'm saying. That's why it like just taking that 1.8 mil up front is a foolish notion. And even we were in a position to do that. Like if a regular Joe found himself to be in that position, and baby mama was just like, and he was just like, I pay it out, just bring me my kid. I still want my parental time. Bring me my kid when I have my kid. Then what's the conversation gonna be after that? Because in a lot of these cases, give me a second here, we'll bring you up to speed. In a lot of these cases, especially when it comes to child support, the normal saying is how much of a dad man is because my bad um because mom feels like she's not getting enough child support. And it's generally speaking not always because of dad's inaction. Dad might just simply be abiding by the court, uh what the court handed out. So now what is her issue going to end up being since she doesn't have him as an excuse at this point? Hey, we talking about Dirt and Water, if y'all want to run down what we're talking about, by all means.
We talking about Anthony Edwards. He had he had relations with a lady Aisha Howard, and based off the relations, she got pregnant, and so he don't want no visitations. He don't want nothing to do with the baby. He want to pay 1 point. I forget what it is. He want to pay 1 point some $1 million to
One
not
point.
have nothing to do. $1.8 million to have nothing to do with the baby. And that's the conversation tonight.
But as I think about it, is it fair that he gets to have that bailout?
Was it fair for her to take the 100 and have the operation?
Is it fair for him? I mean, he knew what they were gonna. He knew it was gonna.
That's
No,
been my whole argument with that. My bad, cuz that's been my whole argument with that.
like is it fair for him to be able to just bail out because he has money?
I don't think so. I don't. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think I think that's a coward's way out. It's a person who's not responsible. And this is me talking about him directly because I don't know him like that. I'm just saying anybody that would be in that situation to just bail out and not have anything to do with the child. I think that's a coward's way out. It's ridiculously selfish, narcissistic, and those the people. You gotta second guess the actual ability to interact with humanity as a whole.
Mm.
I don't know, cuz look at it, man. Like we talking about dude bailing out on the child, you know what I'm saying, and this and that, what the why. How many women ain't got the bag benefiting off of a guy that, you know what I'm saying, ain't got the money he got? How
Yeah.
many women that got child support that we know ain't beneficial for that child? So that's where, like I say, I'm on the fence on this argument right here. Because as a man, like I say, if I know I lay down and chick come on me and like, bruh, you the daddy, I'm gonna represent that.
Mhm.
I gotta represent that through and through as a man. Some men look at it different, but as a man, I gotta look at that as that's my child. You know what I'm saying? We get the test, even if we don't have the test. Boom, I know what I did. That's
That
my child. At the
okay
end
for
of the
him.
day,
Like I'll take the money, but I just feel like this whack that he feel like he can just bail like that because he got money.
I don't know if it's a bag. It's like I say, women get the bag off of this child support stuff so much.
This is true.
Women get the bag off of this child support so much.
I know.
This feel like a win. This feel like a win-win for the men right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just put it out there. Like I
Yeah.
say, I was against him, but I'm with him right now. I'm on the fence once again.
And that was part of the question, Higgs. So should she get him the 100K back because she didn't do with it what she said she was going to do.
He gonna pay
Now
her anyway.
this is all alleged, right? Because I saw a continuation of the story that came out where she's saying that none of this is true. There is follow-up being done on the story to try and actually verify what all's going on with the case and all the other stuff. But we just taking it as a scenario, right? That's all. We're not saying that anybody's a dog in this situation because we don't know these folks. We just simply giving our opinion about of a similar situation, not them exactly. But yeah, she should get her money back. Give it back or have it deducted. So it'd be 1.7.
No, that was a gift. That's how child support gonna look at it. That was a gift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm with you.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm a common folk, so I know how child support look at shit. It
Yeah,
versus me having 1.8, I can just present to the court and be like, look here, I can't hush her up, but I can present enough money to get away from this situation.
it ain't
And
easy
that's how
being.
it looked to me. That's how it looked to me. You know what I'm saying? Versus it's a hush case that's so public that it's ridiculous.
And
Mm.
if this is how she's making her money, because there's several women in the that hang around stars. There are a lot of women that hang around stars having kids so they don't have to work. That's the unfortunate. That's a very unfortunate truth. And there's a lot of stars that are willing to deal with these women and get
Yeah,
them
like girl that got a baby. She got a baby with Future, uh, wow, uh, one of them Diggs brothers from the football.
I don't know.
Like,
Go ahead, Wanda.
I mean, it's lucrative for her.
Yeah, is this a win for men? I mean, that's a hard that's a hard question to answer. I don't see it being a win for a man, especially if you're paying to stay away from your child. I don't think that's a win at all.
It hasn't been proven that this is actually his baby.
No, again, right now, I don't. No, no.
Yeah,
Oh, it has. They did DNA
yeah.
test.
That's why it's been a whole situation shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
I stand corrected. I stand corrected,
Yes.
especially if it's been proven that that's his child.
Right. That's why it's been a whole. That's why it's all public and all this because he actually had Anthony Edwards tried to have a hush case where he asked the judge to keep it all public and everything. You see what I'm saying? So, yep.
I don't from the foundational standpoint of being a man. No, it's not a win because you have a responsibility to that child at the end of the day, regardless of the issue that you might have with old girl. You know that's so far secondary to what your responsibility is to that child.
Right.
Financially, however, financially,
You doing what you need to
What team
do.
does he play for?
say that again.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves.
And she moved to California to trying to get more money.
Yeah, because California, oh
I
California,
put that doing if that's the case.
Well, that's where it happened at. It happened in California. Anthony Edwards is trying to get it to move to another state.
he
So
better.
that's what I'm saying. That's
He,
two strikes against you, bro.
yeah, he got to get it out of California because California's gonna try and take everything that
But
you have.
I'm saying, G, he went
Mm.
raw dog, and then he trying to get it moved to another state. You see what I'm saying?
And
That's
depend
two strikes against you, bro.
and depending on they did move it. Depending
Mm.
on his
He trying to get it moved to Georgia. I want to say
oh well then yeah he cool. He'd be
he,
cool.
he tried to
California,
get it moved to
Where
Georgia.
he live is Georgia.
yeah, California be like 1.8. Nah, let's try 7.8 million. Hey, California going they'll be like, how much did you get for your contract? Oh, we need 3/4 of that.
Right.
Mm.
Different
So
ball, man.
yeah, I was gonna get stuff moved from California to Kentucky, but there's no point in it at this point. I've got plans, so it is what it is. But California will hit you all day.
And
No mercy.
only reason she lost it is because he got them lawyers like wanted to talk about.
Uh,
She ain't got nothing to fight.
It's a pay. Well, she ain't got no job. She should have got a public defender.
What?
Yeah, she
She
could
better
have
not run up in there by herself.
she
No,
could have got
bro.
she could have gotten a defender.
Defender.
No,
She
we
could
know.
have.
We know what them people
Mm.
do.
Egg said, yeah, she tried it. That's crazy. I mean, she knew what she was doing. Sure. She knew what she was doing. It just didn't work out as planned. Now she trying to ruin this young man's life because y'all say he's currently in a relationship, correct?
He is. Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't in a relationship and he just had a baby mama a week ago.
Because
Man, anyway.
he got a bag.
Uh,
It's always look, there's always somebody who will sell themselves short to quote unquote get the bag. There's
But
always
these guys mess with the same women, Jig.
I know, I know, I know, I know, right, Polar? That's about true. You're about right.
oh my God. No, don't be wearing no white hoodies around here, brother.
Nah, but then they'll hear him talking, they'll be like, get out of this country.
Hey, yo, what?
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
we need to have a podcast on Kanye little academic thing.
Well, since you already brought it up, let's talk about it for a little bit. We got a few minutes yet.
Um,
Man,
did y'all
Kanye.
hear about the song that just dropped called Bianca?
Oh,
Everybody
yay. Come
left them.
so what y'all think about the black hood and all that? That was like old like Egyptian shit. You know what I'm saying? If you really trip off of that's what he trying to bring to us.
That's not what he's
on.
doing.
Talk to me now.
That's
Yeah,
not what he
yeah,
Yay
he
is attention and he's gonna do it by any means necessary. That
yeah.
man ain't been right for a minute. And everybody knows it.
But we already know Kanye ain't never been he's always direct, but he always throw you a curveball.
No, he literally has gone out and said things that were not true. He said
Okay.
things that were basically clickbait. He he flat out said like he talks about people's children like his kids are like model citizens.
Now he talk about his kids too. He talk about not fucking with the Kardashians
Yeah,
and all
but he
that.
didn't even want them, which is crazy because they're all old enough to see this stuff now.
So that's kind of the conversation that we on tonight. I wish I would have brought it up sooner, but that's kind of the conversation that we on tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like
The crazy thing, he's saying he didn't want to have these kids with Kim, but
with
not only
Kim.
kids naturally, they went and did it with a surrogate as well. So that was definitely planned.
My
So
man.
how idiotic is
He didn't want to. So this a billionaire. We talk about a millionaire. We talk about a billionaire now,
he
and
don't
he didn't
even know
want to have his
his
kids.
masters.
I
He
wish
I,
I
doesn't even
would
know
have
who his
done
masters. He
say,
just
say,
out here blurting out crap.
Fuck Jay Z. That's what he said.
Just out here
You heard
blurting out.
the interview?
He
Fuck
does
Jay
not
Z.
have masters.
And
He's
he
like, oh,
said Jay
I don't
Z
know who got him
was
then.
special.
Shut up. He's an idiot. He's a clown.
yeah, he's done too much. And I'm still not giving up
And
on Ye, but
Kanye,
Jay, because
okay,
Jay
Kanye
speak
is
truth.
cool with
Jay
me.
speak.
It's that
Jay
Ye
like Cat
dude that I
Williams.
be. I'm
He
sorry.
like Cat Williams. He speaks some truth, and then he'll speak. And you'll be like
look,
scratching your head, like, what the hell happened? That's what
yeah,
Ye do. I be
I'm
like, yeah, I be all tuned in. I be like, what the? Wait a minute,
yeah,
what did you do?
that's called getting yayed. And I don't let that motherfucker.
Yeah,
I don't let him do it to me no more. Because
Mm-mm.
he do be on that bull. And what if you notice he does this when he's about to try and drop something, he's trying to make a quick move and get it, make him continue to make himself
make a bag.
right. He's trying to make himself relevant. And I think he's smarter
And
than
I think
that.
he's just gone so far left that nobody even wants to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, he's done way too much. And at this point, I'm not appreciating what he's doing because he's putting stuff out that he
Paula.
don't say, right?
Paula
Like,
got questions for me. My bad.
oh, you good? Does he
Why you resonate with your question? Talking. I mean your theory. Go ahead, G.
but bringing people's kids into the situation, that's weak.
That's crazy. That
Yeah,
is
that's
crazy.
He brought his kids into the situation.
shut up, Polar. But bringing kids into a situation, that's weak. That's lame. And when you do that, it moves you down on the man spectrum a little bit. Like
Like,
you attack
who are on
kids.
somebody else's kid,
Wow.
bro.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing, bro? This ain't a Jones session. You putting this out into the world. Like they kids have that haven't developed properly. And you
Mm-hmm.
because you're upset that somebody didn't do something for you at a wedding. You made a choice and a decision to get married to a woman who purposely had a sex tape made.
So
Me,
we mad at the guy for speaking facts.
he's
What
not speaking facts though.
speaking? What facts is
He's not speaking facts.
Kids being a little special.
Who?
knows that?
Okay.
Who's special?
He's about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids, Sir and Rumi, the ones that they don't show. But I mean, why do they need to have their kids all out in the media like that?
I'm just saying. So I'm saying. So you speaking on, we speaking on, or the outside community, and versus Ye being a factor in that household, a factor in that community. You see what
Sure.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what we are saying, like, yeah,
So let's say that the kids uh are developed differently, right? Let's say
correct.
that is the case. What is of it of his to put other folks' kids out there like that?
I'm not
That's
speaking. I'm not speaking on that. I'm just speaking on. So that's what I was speaking on. Like, Ye speak facts, and then he go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
bad. And I
So
got
we can't ignore some of the stuff that he's. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get my house in order too. It's going.
it. Yeah, but I think that's a coward's move. That's being a coward. And then listening to when he's talking to some, he said I can't remember what the question was that was asked to Ye. Um, because he was upset with Kendrick because somebody said Kendrick was the best. He said, "No, I'm the best." You know, that's one of the reasons why I'm upset with Kendrick. And he came back with some bullshit about him being the closest representative of God on earth. So he's acting like God. Like, man, shut up.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Like, sit down.
What?
What you're saying, that doesn't make you look good. It doesn't. That for even for clout. Like now, I don't want to listen to anything that you finna put out.
Correct, but y'all gave him a whole church.
Who gave him a church?
No, he made a school,
His followers, just like Trump followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a whole following.
which is now closed. The school is now closed.
Air quotes.
So
You see
I
what I'm saying?
Oh,
after a certain point, like, even when it comes to trying to make yourself relevant, and I get that even bad publicity is publicity. Um, when you make yourself look like that much of an ass, like, was it worth it? That goes back to like saying, is it worth paying $1.8 million to be a part of your child's life? Is it worth it? That's the question. Is it worth it? And I don't think it is.
Polish said he
Well,
did not like it.
I think we need to go to, like,
Well,
well,
I think you got the sex tape
I
out
say
there
for
soon.
final thoughts.
All right, all right, yeah, let's do that. Give me a second. Caught me off guard because I had the music playing in the background. I just had it on mute. Yeah, there it is. All right, now I can switch this over. My bad. Yeah, this is final thoughts, family. All right, we back on final thoughts. Dirt, look like you first up in the shoot for final. Oh,
Let's get it. First and foremost, love your people, stop the evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no point in it. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting ahead. Uh, it's a comment right here. You know what I'm saying, with the sex video, like, publicity. Publicity is always good. It can always turn out to be bad. But as a father, I always want to resonate with my kids. So I understand another man trying not to resonate with his kid, and just putting a price tag on the child. It's a shame on the court, shame on that man. Final thoughts.
Gotcha. Wow. Final thoughts.
Oh, it's been a minute since I've done a final thought.
I know, right?
It's crazy. My final thoughts are these. You can't put a price tag on a life. Oh, thanks, Polar. I was reading a comment, sorry.
Oh, because
Hey, he be shooting them shots. Uh, um,
every week.
there, there's no price tag on the life of a child, honestly. Um, if you don't feel like you should be a parent, do what you can to avoid becoming a parent. There are definitely ways around it. My kid was struggling running up the stairs. Downstairs already.
That's
Just struggling running up the stairs. So, shush. Sorry, y'all. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, there's no price tag for a kid. If you don't feel like you can be a parent, do what you can to avoid becoming one. But if you just happen to come across a billionaire, ladies, who willing to give you that bag, get your coin.
wow.
Get your coin. But with that being said, don't forget to brush and floss at least twice a day. Oral health is overall health, and those are my final thoughts.
That's wild. That is wild. That's way wild. All right. Well, I was letting TikTok check everybody out because that's something that I've got to figure out how to do. I got to figure out how to share my screen so TikTok can see everybody and all that other good stuff. So, my final thoughts for the night is I agree. This music is hella loud in my ear. Maybe not so much in everybody else's.
I can hear it. Yes, Polar, I have too many knees, actually.
Yeah.
Twins.
Final thoughts. Be a father. Be a man. Don't try and pay it Don't try and pay it off. Right. Just step into it, even if you don't want to. If you didn't want to, you shouldn't have been laying down with nobody. That's the bottom line. They pointing the fingers left to right across the aisle, saying who's more at fault for a woman getting pregnant or a man shooting up in a woman. I think that's a very feckless and a pointless conversation for people to have at this point, being adults and everybody knowing what having sex yields. It's just everybody's opportunity to try and be less responsible for the actual action. So that's the first part. The second part, what I'm gonna start closing with, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this sooner or later, is I just want to say this, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, and I hope people understand me when I say this from the bottom of my heart. Fuck Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's quitting, right? They say he's still.
His term is almost up, but
Yeah.
he's a snake. He's a snake. He's a strain on the American economy, the American system, and American society. And I'm sure that he's going to try and do something else to make himself to continue to buy people.
Drop your TikTok in the comments too, because Polar wants to find you on TikTok.
Okay. On TikTok, it is J Glass the Movement. You'll find me under J Glass the Movement on TikTok, J Glass the Movement on YouTube as well. I switched all my names to that. But yeah, fuck Elon Musk and everything that he stands for. Again, I just want to remind everybody of that. And I'm sure. Yeah, no, he can't. He can't because I'm not African American. I'm American. You know, I've never even been to Africa. But
I'm going.
Yep, I'm going for sure. And I hope all the bad things in life that can happen to a billionaire happen to him overnight. Minus anything happening to his children because they're innocent bystanders in it all. But to him as a person, he's got no empathy for anybody. He's continuously trying to take Social Security away from the people that earned it, and he's bringing our economy down. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to end it by saying that, because that's where I am with it, and that's where I am with him. All right. With that being said, as always, I know Dirt Dip said he had to leave. I get it. I got it. I ain't mad at you, cuzzo. No, he got to. It seemed like he was feeling that drink. I ain't mad at him. Wish I had me some, but I got to go to work too early in the morning. But
Yeah.
as always, hey, listen, we back, family. Thank y'all for having grace and mercy and coming back and rocking with us again while we were supporting our family in our time of need and loss. So I want to read this comment. It had to be. Stay away from the white folks that have a boat in Africa. Don't risk a repeat of history. we won't, Poland. I promise. I promise. Because if that's it, I'm becoming strapped. I'll be strapped. Right.
For sure. We are not.
Yeah, we're not them. James Baldwin should have warned people about us, because he saw us coming. He saw us coming. But with that being said, hey, thank y'all for coming out and hanging out with us. God bless and
Good night.